on the CJ6 floor. Nothing's been happening. I've been busy with regular life and was really stumped on how to do it. Because so excited when the new floor showed up. This is going to just fit right in. Let me review what the troubles are. Let me show you. The floor has rust. And top hat channel has rust in spots, especially right across there and at the one going under where the driver's feet go. Get out of here, cat. So we got a whole new floor. New floor, I spent hours trying to make a template. Whoops, sorry. Make a template so that I could match up the holes on the floor, transfer it over. All is going to work perfect. Well, I marked the holes in chalk. Took it to the frame, which is not here, at the owner's house. We lined the rear holes up. These things don't even touch the frame. It's way off. The width is a little bit too much for the body. The whole thing needs to be reworked. It is not correct. And the transmission, the tonneau cover, transfer case lever wasn't right, shifter wasn't right. There is no steering column spot. It's just, none of this worked right. And this one does not bolt onto that one. Or the other way around. The ones that go on this Jeep won't bolt to this floor. So we chose to just piecemeal it. I'm going to cut off the entire top hat channel in one piece, I hope, from this new floor. Then put it over on top of the one here. Get it lined up right. That way, I can make all the pieces line up. Piper, I'm in a video. Get out of the way. Make everything all line up. Once that's good, then I can cut this top hat channel out. Then patch all the spots in the floor using that floor as patchwork. Weld the new top hat on. All should be well. Least intrusion on the vehicle. Should fit the frame. The most solid. We'll see. So what I've been doing today is I am spot weld removing. Cut these spot welds out with 5/16 pneumatic drill. Using a die grinder to cut the side welds. And yes, I'm wearing safety glasses and using gloves. I want to keep my eyes longer than today. And I'll report back when I get this off and see how it all goes. So an hour and a half and 92 spot welds drilled out later, I have the new top hat channel from the new floor sit on top of the old top hat channel. This part here is sticking out a good ½ inch wider than the side of the body. So I got to trim that down. But other than that, the main channels almost fit. This one's actually bent back a little bit. But these ones here, they're right on top of each other. They're perfect, except for this. Look at that. Center, probably 2 inches off. This one, it's at least 3 inches off. I'll have to cut that off and re-weld it on right once I get this angle right here. And probably have to notch this a little bit, bend it back, weld it. I gotta get these fitting first, all four. Then I'm gonna make these fit perfect. Then I'll start drilling the holes. So just an update on what's happening. It has been 2 days since I cut the top hat channel off the replacement floor, which didn't fit, and set it up here to find out how bad it's off. I had videos, you just saw them because I put them all together. My son Colton was actually at the house the other day picking up tools and equipment, and I showed him the videos. He goes, "Dad, you guys show your work." Well, he's right, to show my work. So I am going to turn this off in a few seconds. Put on time lapse where I'm going to cut this one that's bent. I'm going to try with the Milwaukee Fuel M12 cutoff wheel. If that doesn't work, big grinder. Plug-in power, always better than battery power. If that doesn't work, I'll figure something else out. But I plan to show it, plan to do the work back here. And then we'll bring it up here, make it fit, weld it in, and then start cutting these other pieces. We'll see how the time lapse goes, whether I stop it or just let it keep going while I'm working. That was a real quick time cutting. I got, with it all clamped down, all four corners are right where they need to be. And the cut with the cutoff wheel was a 1/8 thick blade, and I needed less than that to bend it. So now I gotta prep it and weld it. So I'm gonna use a drill powered scuff pad, clean the metal up, hook the welder up, and weld it. So cut, weld, buff, grind. Got it pretty much right where we need it to be. It fits all the channels. It's on top of the channels that are already on the Jeep floor. This is lined up for the frame. That's lined up for the frame. Yeah, I got to do a little more grinding. But there's not much more boring than grinding than watching somebody else grind. So I'm not going to put you through that. I'll get off of here and grind where I can actually get to it. These C-clamps are in the way. But now I got to be able to replicate exactly where it is. So what I'm going to do is, since there's 4 holes that go through the top hat channel for body mounts, I'm going to crawl underneath and mark those, pull it off, flip it over, drill those holes, then bring it back up here and make sure I can put bolts through. I'll probably show you that. I'm not going to do a time lapse because I get the drill bit out, the drills. It's going to be a while. Now I'll be able to put it back up, and hopefully it'll be in the same spot it is now. And once I cut off the original top hat channel, I'll be able to put it back in the same spot again once we're done fixing the floor. That's the hope. So that's my line of thought here. We'll see if that actually is good or I'm an idiot. We'll see. So I drilled holes for the body mount. That bolt there, that bolt there, this bolt over here. So those are the body mount bolts. So when this thing gets on the floor, that's where it's got to be. We got room on both sides over there. These are lined up with the frame, the old ones. So I think we got that part done. All we do now is cut off the old top hat channel, which I'll do a time lapse on that. So I think I can replicate where this thing goes when we go to weld this to this floor once we patch it. as you can see, my evil plan is working. We got the old top hat channel out, and the new one fits right in with the holes lined up for where they got to go. It fits. Now, it doesn't fit flat because all the spot welds I drilled out, all the shiny spots, I couldn't see them all. You might have saw in the video where I was in the time lapse, where I was chiseling, and they're, what the heck? I have to drill and drill. You notice I'd use 2 drills. I had started off with the new top hat channel on the new floor using just a 5/16 and a pneumatic drill. That worked great. I went through a couple times, but not really that bad. Really just a couple times by accident. But on this rusty one, I couldn't tell when I was getting through the new stuff. And it just wasn't working right. And my chuck kept getting loose. So I used my premium spot weld cutter kit I got off Amazon by Blair. And if I can open it. Pretty much, it's just a pilot bit and a cutter. And you push down, you can feel it, thunk, when it goes through the first layer of metal. So, but this is hard to keep in the right spot. Even center punching, I couldn't keep it in the right spot. So I used the pneumatic drill to make a pilot hole, and then use a different drill to drill those. And there's quite a few of them where I drilled. I could not see the spot welds on this rusty thing. I polished it, cleaned it up. I couldn't see it until I had the chisel, and it made a round spot. Oop, there it is. Drill it. Chisel tore the floor quite a bit. But the floor's getting replaced. It's rusty. I think we can probably keep the front part of the floor. But from here back, on both sides, well, that one, the whole floor is bad. So, evil plan is working. And my original thought that a replacement floor with the top hat channel on it would be a whole lot easier, I still think is right on. Because I'm, I don't know, 10 or 11 hours just this week removing that top hat channel off the new floor and removing the old top hat channel. Now I still got to do the floor. Actually, I got to turn it over. I got to undo the toolbox so I can pull the floor off. But before I do that, I'm going to go and fix the sides, because right now the floor is making everything square and keeping it all in shape. I think I want to cut the sides with the floor still in before I go replacing the floor, because there's some welds here that I don't want to do twice. Put a new floor in and then cut them up. That's not right. If I'm going to cut something, really cut the old floor. So, oh yeah, and coming up next in this same video, I'll talk about why I think they were drunk, because this thing doesn't fit. The new one just didn't fit, and when the box showed up, well, you'll see. Here's how the floor showed up. 3 months late and all smashed up. But since it finally arrived, once I opened it up, it seemed to be all there and mostly straight. I was happy. While getting it unboxed, I kept finding glass fragments. Then on the floor panel itself, I found this one intact bottle of water, real glass bottle, with the soon to find out terrible quality control the floor is evidence of. I really have to wonder, what kind of party were these people having while making the wrong dimension floor? Makes you wonder.